The United States government, as far as I'm concerned, has never ever had a vested interest in African Americans or Africans. The United States has been the perpetrator of so many injustices since we've come to this country. And as a result of that, we've been impacted on every angle, from every different sphere. Black folks in terms of being oppressed, black folks in terms of economics, not having what we need in order to survive, and then our children, of course, struggling just to make ends meet, and life in itself is just a very bad thing for black folks. And so as a result of that, I'm concerned, because not only am I an educator, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and when I think about how this nation is set solely on wickedness and racism, and those that are in leadership, they have no regard for our lives, and they're being, our young men and young ladies being shot down, and all of those things that's happening to us. The education system is totally by design. People need to be vested in our children, and people need to be concerned. And when I say people, I mean everybody. We have an influx of immigrants and everybody's coming to this country, but we're always on the end of everything. And the things that we are due, okay, I'm talking about things that we're due, we don't get. And when you think along those lines, as far as how we've been mistreated, how things have just totally been stripped from us as our humanity. And when you think in terms of that, it's a very disturbing thing to live here in this country. And so I certainly know, and I certainly pray that there will be some serious changes, because many of us out here have been in the struggle for many years, trying to make things better for our people. And unfortunately, there has not been a major change. Even though we have a new president, a president in the White House, a black man, it has not impacted us the way it should have. And so that's something that I'm really concerned about. One of the things that I would say is that we need to have restitution. And when I think of restitution, I'm talking about reparations. Reparations in the sense that this is something that's due us. Our forebears, they bled, they were killed, they were massacred, all types of ill treatment and all types of things, inhumane treatment against us as a people. And so when you think in terms of reparations, you're not thinking in terms of somebody's giving us something, because nobody's giving us anything. I'm talking about what's due us as African Americans, what's due us as people of African descent. I sit back and I think about how they gave reparations to the Jews for the atrocities that they experienced in Nazi Germany. And they had the tribunals and all of those things, and they gave them compensation for their things. But for us, they give us nothing because they feel that we don't deserve it. And so my position is that it has to be addressed. My position is that the UN should mandate from whatever power source that they have. By them being the arm for the world, I would think that the UN should be able to mandate we get reparations in every area of our lives. Many of us are bogged down with these doggone student loans. We can't pay for them, even though we've gone to school, and rightly so. We should have gotten everything that we got. Many of us are bogged down because we don't have the resources to run businesses, while we are entrepreneurs, and monies are going down to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every immigrant, any person you can think of. They're getting the monies, but we don't get them. When it comes to housing and all of the different things pertaining to housing, when you think in terms of how systematically the elders are losing their houses with no recourse, all of those things that are happening, and we don't get any recompense. We are supposed to have reparations. We're supposed to have it now. The structure has to be put in place for us to get what's due us. Whether it comes to land, our 40 acres in a mule, we never received that. None of the things that the promises that we have, none of the promises that we were supposed to get as a people, we've ever gotten them. But yet and still, when it comes down to crime and all of these other things, people quick to lock them up. People quick to label our children as thugs and all of these other things. People are quick to do that. But when it comes down to giving reparations for things that's due us, we don't get. And so I say that the UN should mandate whatever powers the UN has to do such things. They need to mandate it. It has to be emboldened, and it has to be infused within every sector of society, because we are due those things. And if it's not done, then it's unrighteous and wicked. If you can do it for the Jews, you can do it for the Japanese and their internment. Certainly you should be able to do it for us as African Americans.